Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 305 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we are jumping in with both feet to the 30-day no-nonsense November challenge. And our topic today is radical responsibility. What the heck does that mean, and how does that play out in our lives? Well, radical responsibility, of course, means that you can't change what you don't own. If you don't take responsibility for something, then you don't have the power to change it. If you do take responsibility for something, whether it's your relationships, your career, your business, your finances, whatever it is, your level of confidence, your past experiences, and you're letting them rule you today. It's just reading. I'm doing a couple of things this month. Every day this month, along with the challenge, I'm doing some personal development things. One is grabbing my little Wayne Dyer Wisdom of Success book, Everyday Wisdom for Success. Also, pulling a card from the Getting Into the Vortex deck by Jerry and Esther Hicks. Esther and Jerry, I guess Jerry's passed away. Hicks and the Teachings of Abraham, Getting Into the Vortex, one of those. Also, have a hypnotist friend, Victoria Gallagher, love her. She has a card pulling app that goes with her Believe app that I'm looking at one of those and reading about one of those and listening to the associated hypnoses every day, as well as doing her 21-day manifesting challenge and our own 30-day no-nonsense November challenge. Why am I doing all this? Because I want to finish this year absolutely on fire. I want to make sure that I'm doing everything I can to create the life that I want for myself and for those I love and care about. And that means taking radical responsibility to work on the things that I know I need to work on that I've been ignoring for a long, long time. That was kind of the message from Dr. Dyer today. So what does radical responsibility look like? It means that we own our life. We don't make any excuses. We don't blame the past. And if we catch ourselves blaming the past, we snap ourselves out of it and we think about, well, yeah, but I was involved in that past too. So what was my role in that? We always have a role in it, even if we're not saying or doing anything, because not doing anything is an inaction is actually a choice and an action. And so we're not beating ourselves up about it. We're not blaming ourselves. We're just thinking about what was my role in that situation? Why am I trying to use that as an excuse or blame it for me not creating the life that I want right now? Because the only moment we can live in is the present moment. So we want to do what we can to create the life that we want. Whenever we stop blaming people, problems, the past, experiences, things that have happened to us, our childhood, our upbringing, our parents, our relatives, our ex, we take our power back. And with our personal power, we can do anything. Whether it's our energy, our goals, or our profits with respect to our businesses or our careers or our finances, responsibility is actually your superpower. It's one of your superpowers. If you take radical responsibility and do what you can to create the life that you want, that is a superpower, because the vast majority of people on the planet are not doing it. It gives you a huge competitive advantage in your life. And why would you not want to take part in that? So what are some takeaways on this topic of radical responsibility today? Blame and excuses keep you stuck. Ownership moves you forward. If I'm blaming somebody, if I'm blaming my sister because she said something mean to me and I'm letting it ruin my day, is that my sister's fault or is that my fault? It's my fault because I'm choosing to let somebody outside of me said, even if it's not true, and it probably isn't, because everybody makes comments based on their own assumptions, what's going on in their life. Ownership moves back toward me. And then I can say, no, I know that's not true. I'm just going to move on with my day. Every excuse hides an opportunity to grow. Every time we're making an excuse or saying we're too busy, guess what? I'm so guilty of this. Not anymore as much, but boy, in the past, I'm too busy. I can't do that. Number one, there's no such thing as can't. Number two, making excuses shows an opportunity to grow. Meaning, if I just say, no, that doesn't fit with what my priorities are right now, we're not saying that to hurt somebody's feelings. We're saying that to be true to ourselves and align ourselves and stand up for our own boundaries and make sure that we're doing the things that are in our best interest and for those we love and care about, but maintaining our personal power and moving forward in ways that are right and feel good for us. And guess what? If you do that, it actually sets the example for other people and gives them permission to do the same thing. And you don't do it in a rude or disrespectful way to the other person, but you can do it in a very kind way that honors both them and you. And thirdly, responsibility equals freedom. I said this for a really long time. If you take control of your personal power and take radical personal responsibility, you get your freedom and your life back. One of the things I did when I was in my corporate career after I got out of college was very early on in my corporate career, I had the opportunity to get involved in a business, which I had for 35 years. Only let it go after my divorce, or as part of my divorce, I guess. But I learned that having a backup plan or some backup gave me an incredible sense of freedom and security to show up in my career as who I authentically was. And the vast majority of people never got that opportunity because they were so dependent on what everybody else thought of them in that environment. So that's it. Blame keeps you stuck. Excuse hides opportunities to grow, and responsibility equals freedom. I would love to know, and I'm going to ask a reflective question. I actually have created a printable workbook to go along with this year's challenge. I have never done that before. I wrote write-ups last year, I think, for each topic, so you could read it instead of listening to me on video. But this year I actually have a printable or a fillable PDF version of it. The only way you can get it is if you join our free Supersize Your Business School community. And I am thinking of changing it to Supersize You from Supersize Your Business, because it's way more about us being the best possible version of ourselves than it is about supersizing our business. Although I'll have a track for that too, because I've been in business since I was 13. It's just part of my being. But our reflective question today, and I want you to answer this in the comments below. Do it for yourself and journal on it if you can. What area of my life, I always write it in my first person, what area of my life am I ready to stop blaming and start leading? Anything we take responsibility for, we automatically become the leader of. If I take responsibility for my relationship, I'm leading my relationship. If I take responsibility for my finances, I am leading my finances. They are not dragging me around by my nose ring. If I take responsibility for my communication, when there's like hiccup in communication, instead of getting upset, I learn from that misstep, and I don't make that same error in the future. So that is our challenge for today. All we're going to do is ask ourselves one question. What area of my life, and you can just share the area, am I ready to stop blaming and start taking responsibility? You can put relationships, communication, confidence, contribution, finances. You can put any one of the 9 life framework areas, right? Physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, financial, your health, whatever it is for you. You can answer in one word, right? But I challenge you to journal about it and write about it and say, why do I want to take radical responsibility in this area of my life? What do I look like on the other side of that? What can I gain? What will I gain by taking responsibility for this area and aspect of my life, or for this situation, or for this disagreement, or for this challenge? Because guess what? Every challenge in our life is showing us exactly what we need to do next. I know. Ouch. All right. Any questions? Hit me up and ask. Otherwise, if you want the printables and the PDF, just put a comment in the comments below, and I will see that, and I will send you the invitation to join the school community. It's a community. It's not a group. It is definitely a community. All right. Have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.